When you think about some of the top under-the-radar players in the NBA, what names come to mind? And I'm not talking about household names like Mike Conley and Victor Oladipo. I'm talking about names that don't ring bells throughout the NBA circles. How about these two? How about Kendrick Nunn from the Miami Heat and Devonte Graham from the Charlotte Hornets? These two, I'm predicting they're going to have unexpected breakout seasons in just their first couple of years in the league. These two, Kendrick Nunn and Devonte Graham, are names you definitely don't want to forget. Welcome back to Journey with Ballaholic, the best talk show for basketball addicts. I'm your host, General Hannibal X. Now, in this journey, we're going to be discussing two players that I think are going to have absolutely unexpected breakout seasons. That's why they sit at the top of my under-the-radar list. Number one is Kendrick Nunn. Listen, this kid right here, out the mean streets, the south side of Chicago, went over and played ball at Simeon Academy with Jabari Parker back in the day, as a matter of fact. He started his career off in college at Illinois, did 3 years at Illinois, then wound up transferring over to Oakland in his senior season and absolutely balled out. Check this out, number 2 in the entire nation in scoring, averaging 26 points a game, only behind one person, and that was Trae Young. Listen, this dude, Kendrick Nunn, is an absolute baller. If you haven't seen him yet, you gotta check him out. A silky smooth left-hander. He's got the 3 levels of scoring. He can hit you from outside. He's got the smooth pull-up game, the mid-range game, as well as getting to the basket. Don't let him put the ball in his left and attack the basket going left. He's gonna finish almost every single time. Kendrick Nunn, check this out now, went to the G League because he was undrafted. A guy who put up 26 points in college went undrafted, goes to the G League and averaged 18 points a game in 2019. This little kid here, man, I love his heart. I love his grit, the tenacity that he had. He reminds me of a combination of a younger D-Wade as well as a younger Jimmy Butler. And it's so perfect that Jimmy Butler's going to be the mentor for Nunn with the Miami Heat. Listen, Butler hasn't played a game for the Miami Heat yet. And the Miami Heat are 2-1 in large part due to Kendrick Nunn. This guy here averaging 22 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and shooting the ball uber efficient. Over 52%, well, around 52% from the field and over 40% from deep. Listen, it's not much that you can ask for a guy who is an undrafted rookie in his rookie season. But he showed you in the preseason when he dropped 40 on James Harden and the Houston Rockets that he was legit. He's the real deal. And he's come out scoring over 24 points in 2 of the first 3 games for the Miami Heat. Now check this out. Kendrick Nunn, though he has the talent and though he's a bona fide scorer, one of the things that I love about him is how he competes on the defensive end, averaging 2 steals a game as well. This kid right here is going to be a solid 2-way player in the NBA. Like I say, he's got the left hand, so it's tough for guys to be able to guard him because there's not a lot of film on him as of right now. So they want to play 3 games throughout the regular season thus far. But through 3 games, Kendrick Nunn is somebody you're going to know. You're going to need to know if you're in the NBA circles. His talent is undeniable. His heart, his hunger, the grit that he plays with, the passion is there. You can see in that game when he was dropping 40 in the preseason, and it wasn't just like he was doing this against bums. He was playing against the Houston Rockets starting level talent, against James Harden, against Russell Westbrook, and was going toe-to-toe. Harden went for 44 in that game, and he was answering almost every basket back and forth as he put up 40 points in a preseason game. Listen, I'm not saying he's the next coming of D-Wade. I'm not even saying he'll probably ever be as good as Jimmy Butler. But if he does, don't be surprised. Don't say that you didn't know about Kendrick Nunn because the kid is the absolute bona fide truth. Miami Heat, listen, I think that's a perfect situation for him. Not only will he be able to learn under Jimmy Butler, but Eric Spoelstra is very solid at developing young talent. I mean, Hassan Whiteside was a G League guy that came out of nowhere that turned into a double-double monster. You've got other guys like Tyler Johnson and Justice Winslow to an extent. So the talent that Spoelstra has been able to develop, you got to give him a little credit. Under Pat Riley, under Eric Spoelstra, playing under a tough, hard-nosed leader in Jimmy Butler who's only going to push him and challenge him to get better. I like where I see the trajectory of what Kendrick Nunn's career could be. It's there for him. And the passion, like I say, is there as long as he keeps working. So he's number 1 on my list as far as under-radar players that need to know as far as who's going to have an amazing breakout season in 2019-2020 season. Now, the second part to that is Devonte Graham. This kid here, you gotta love him. You gotta love his story. You know how his mom had him at such a young age and how she just truly groomed him and raised him up. This kid right here plays with so much heart, so much passion, and through the battles that he's been through to get to where he is, you gotta give him credit. Devonte, as we know, did 4 years at Kansas. In his senior season with the Kansas Jayhawks, led them to the Final Four. Was an All-American, All Big 12 first-team player. Devonte can ball. But one of the things he showed at Kansas, he is an elite shooter. Over his 4 years there, he shot over 43% from deep. 17 points a game he put up in the senior season. The kid at 6'1"-ish, 6'2", He's got the full package. I'm gonna tell you who he reminds me of. For the Charlotte Hornets, he has a little bit of that Kemba Walker into his game. I was watching the game last night, Charlotte versus the Lakers, and that was the one game out of the first three that he struggled, because the first 2 games he played, the man was looking like Steph Curry out there. No lie to you. He hit 6 threes in both of the first 2 games, was averaging over 20 points a game. I mean, he was giving you averaging 6 assists a game. He was balling. The Lakers were able to kind of key in him. You could tell how Avery Bradley and Danny Green was paying a lot of attention to him because they keyed in on him anytime he came across half court. And he actually hit an amazing 4-point play on the Lakers and caught Quinn Cook sleeping. Devonte Graham, he's got it all. He's got a quick handle, a quick tight handle. And when he's coming off those screens, if you are not crowding him, he's gonna pull right up. He's gonna pull up. He struggled last night. I think it was maybe 1 for 12 from the field. Really, other than the 4-point play that he had, he truly didn't have anything, his shot going. And like I said, I kind of credit the Lakers defense for that. But he still was dropping dimes left and right. He was making the offense run a lot smoother than even, though dare I say, Terry Rozier, who the Hornets spent a lot of money on just this summer. Now, Devonte Graham coming off the bench is going to be like a super 6-man for the Hornets. And I think that as he continues to develop all the facets of his game, specifically on the defensive end, I think he could challenge Terry Rozier for that starting spot. I know he's just a second-year player, but the talent is undeniable. It was great to keep him at that 6-man bench role right now so that he comes in with those second units and he's not batting against starting-level point guards. But the talent is there, man, and he's only going to continue to hone his shot, tighten up that handle, make better reads, better decisions with the basketball on that pick and roll. And as that develops, the Hornets, man, they may have a steal here. They may have an absolute steal with Devonte Graham. So when it comes to my top under-the-radar players, Kendrick Nunn and Devonte Graham sit at the top of my list. What do you think? Who's on your list as far as some of the top under-the-radar players in the NBA for the 2019-2020 season? Go into the comment section below and let me know. As always, I appreciate you for taking a look at this video. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and tap that notification bell so that you can stay updated with the journey of a Ballaholic.